All right, everybody, this is Robin Williams with Empower Network. And, oh my gosh, I did not mean to do it, but I'm not going to stop my video because, I don't know, I'm just not going to stop it. I'm going to try to do my first book review. I actually don't really watch book reviews. I don't really look at book reviews. Really? Come here. Sorry about that. They're gonna make me stop this video. I'm tempted not to stop this video. Aaliyah, Tyler, and Snow. Come here. I got something for you. Got a treat. I so just lied to them. My bad. Anyway, I don't know what an average book review looks like. I really don't care. I just want to give you my insight. I want to do not even quite a whole book review. I just want to point some things out on one of my first books that I came encounter with when I first learned about the law of attraction and The Secret. I'm not even sure if that'll come right on the I wonder if it'll look backwards like it looks on the screen to me. But anyway, it's the law of attraction. It's the basic teachings of Abraham by Esther and Jerry Hicks. And when I first got this book, I started reading it. And it was like, holy shit, you know, like this is some creepy stuff. And if you ever read their books or you know what they're about, then you know what I'm talking about. It's a little creepy. But what they taught was so, well, it's just something like magical too. What they taught was just so real and it made so much sense that, I don't know, like I love their books. So kudos to Esther and Jerry Hicks. And one thing that I wanted to point out in this book is that they teach you how to attract what you want by using emotions. And I think I mentioned it in videos before that a lot of books don't teach you how to emotionalize and stuff like that. And if you implement some of these things I'm about to tell you here from the book and from my experiences, if you implement it in your life, you will attract the things that you want so much quicker. And sometimes I think that I've come to this realization, or sometimes I think that I don't think that the other books tell you like it is about emotions. Sometimes I think that only because I think I just been overlooking it, because as I go back in some of these books, it's telling you right there. But sometimes I just feel like they should just have it in like big, bold, red letters, because it's so important. And I haven't experienced how important it was until it happened to me, and it wasn't intentional. But I don't know, it could be me. As I'm going through some of these books that I read in the past, I'm seeing it over and over and over again. So maybe it's just me. But anyway, I want to point out something here in this book. And I promise I'm not going to read word from word, because I don't want you to, I want you to stay here on this page. One of the things that they had on here is, what if I want something more quickly? And the bottom line answer was to emotionalize it, to make sure you bring it into, I would say, into how you would feel if you got it, how you would feel if you received what you're looking for. But I think you want to surpass that. I think. I'm not an expert at this stuff. I think you want to surpass the feelings of what you would feel. So if you would feel great if you attracted a new car, you know, most people don't really cry. Like when I got a new car, I didn't cry. I don't know, maybe it wasn't the car of my dreams or something like that. Maybe that's why I didn't cry. But I don't know. I just think you should put as much emotion. So if you want like a new puppy or something like that, maybe you weren't able to have a puppy because you're allergic, or you live in other people's houses, you rent from them, and they, you know, you can't have a puppy and you really want one. Just emotionalize the shit out of it. You know, just feel the feelings and feel it 10 times more than that. And that will attract faster. I've witnessed that in my entire life. And pretty much that's all I got to say about this. And this is going to feel like repeat, but it is what it is. So, and then another one they had in this book is, how can I increase my magnetic power? So basically, how can I ask for something and get it quicker? And it came down to the same thing: emotionalize, emotionalize, emotionalize. Here they said put like 15-20 minutes of the good feeling place or whatever. So you can do this by just visualizing and emotionalizing and putting yourself in that spot where you would feel the feelings of what you want. So an example would be, if I want to buy my mother a house, I want to buy her a dream home, I wouldn't just play it in my mind as if, hey mom, you have a dream home or whatever, here's the house, here's the keys to your house, and she just walks in and sits down and says thank you. That really doesn't bring up any emotions. But if I'm like, hey mom, I got a surprise for you, we go to the house and she's like, what is this? And I'm like, this is your new house. She was like, what do you mean? I'm like, no mom, this is your new house. And she's starting to tear up and like, stop playing with me, girl. Because my mom probably be like, stop playing with me, stop playing. Well, why are we here for real? No mom, this is your real house. And I give her that key and she walks in and she starts shaking a little bit because she's not really sure what's going on. And then she starts to cry and just can't believe her eyes and just starts hugging me and just keeps looking. And you just have to see those emotions inside your visualization to help you emotionalize. That really helps when it comes to visualization. You want to dig in there, like if you have if you won the lottery. I really don't really believe in trying to attract winning the lottery, but whatever. If you wanted to win a lottery, you wouldn't just say, oh, I won a lottery and get a ticket. You wouldn't visualize that shit. You will be crying. You will be out shopping. You will just be, retiring your family. If that's what it, if that's what you desire, you would emotionalize as much as possible. So that's why they teach you in here to do that. And visualization is a good thing. Another thing I like is called Nevillizing. If you're familiar with Joe Vitale, he teaches you how to Nevillize your goal, and all it is writing your goal down in a manner to where it's happened. You're in and now in the present, and you're using all of your senses. You can hear what's going on. You can see what's going on. You can taste what's going on. You can smell what's going on. You can feel it. How would it feel to getting your dream car? Let's just say it's the 2013 Ford is it Expedition? I'm so horrible with cars. I shouldn't have used that analogy. But just say you just got into I think it's an Expedition, a Ford Expedition, and you smell the leather. You can feel it on your hand. You can feel the steering wheel. You can rub your hands on the leather, the good quality leather. And you can hear it start up, and then your favorite station comes on, whatever you listen to. You can hear it. You can just say, you can look at your spouse or whatever, and y'all smile at each other because you reached this goal of getting this brand new vehicle. You can smell the fumes. I don't know if that's good if you smell fumes from a brand new car. You can smell the fumes come up. Maybe y'all got a latte before you went to go pick up the car, and you taste your latte, and you're just in a filling place. Like, the filling place is so awesome. I hope I'm not creeping anybody out. I probably am, so sorry. The filling place is so awesome to have. And a way to do it is to write it down, to Nevillalize your goal, to write all of those aspects down, to feel it as much as possible. And I'm starting to think that you have to feel it so much, tears are coming down. The more you feel it, the quicker you feel it. So that there is some powerful stuff. What is this? I done marked something, and this is probably the worst book review in history, but I am giving you something very powerful in return for you watching this video. What is this? Oh, this was something that I never really thought of until I started opening this. And then if you do a lot of reading, it's so awesome to just like highlight stuff as you're going that resonates with you, because I read this book maybe 4 years ago, no, maybe like 6 years ago. And, we don't have time to keep reading books over and over again. So it was nice to just flip through this book and see what resonated with me. I have different highlights, and it was like, oh, yes, oh, yes. So I'm getting all the goodies out of this by just flipping through to the yellow. But anyway, in here, it was telling you to be specific, but not too specific. And then, like, sometimes in business and stuff like that, we're specific in what we want. And sometimes it kind of feels drawn out if you're too specific. I want to make $20,000 a month. I want 20 people in the company, and I want them to have 10 people, and I want them to have good leadership qualities, and you just go on and on and on and on. It's good to be very clear. Believe me, I know about clarity. But one thing they point out is it's good to know what and why, what you want and why you want it, but it's getting drawn out when you put when it will come, where, and who. And a lot of times we are taught in this industry to put down when it will come. The only thing I could say about that is to if you put a date at the top and just leave it there, like if you're Nevillizing your goal, you put a date at the top that you want to attract it. I wouldn't put it like this. Every time I put a goal and I have a date and I'm very close, it's like more agonizing for me to try to attract that goal, because it's like, okay, the date's getting close and I don't have any signs of reaching this goal. So maybe they have a point here. So who will help you? If you know anything about attracting things, you can't attract for others, and you shouldn't include them in your process, I guess, because you can't control other people. And then where it will come from, and that is kind of like saying, hey, I'm limiting where I can reach my goal at, or where I can reach my goal. What sources can it come from? I'm eliminating the universe to this one thing. So if I say I want to make $90,000 a month, it doesn't have to be an empowerment network. It doesn't have to be in writing a book. Maybe you have to, you're a book writer or something like that. It doesn't have to be from one source. So just saying where it will come from can eliminate it, and it can I guess bring on bad feelings or feelings that aren't really congruent to what you want. So that was something. Now I hope my dog doesn't start barking, because she is so growling. What I did that made me see the true power of emotionalizing, it was something to me. It was something profound. I had just became aware of how to attract things. So before then, I wasn't aware of really attracting things quickly. If I did, I probably didn't notice it. I probably didn't see the relations between what I asked for and what came. And about, I keep saying 4 years ago, time is flying, okay? About 6 years ago, I was having an argument, just a massive argument with someone, and I told them that I would never see anybody from a certain place again. I just said I wouldn't see him again. And I haven't, from that place that I was talking about, it happened, I think, 2 years prior. 2 years prior, I encountered, I don't want to say relationship, but I just had experience with a whole lot of different people 2 years prior, okay, that I was having this argument, okay. So I had this argument, and I was like, I'll never see nobody from this time again. And within that 2 years, I've never seen anybody from that time frame. Never seen, not one soul. I said it with so much emotion because we were just arguing. So it wasn't like I was trying to attract seeing somebody from there. It wasn't like I wasn't trying, because it really didn't matter. It wasn't like I wasn't trying to see anything or see anybody from that time frame. It's just while we were arguing, that's what I stated. And I was at high velocity emotion, okay? high velocity emotion. The very next day, I went to lunch. Of course, it was with the same person I had an argument with the day before. The very next day, I went to lunch and I saw one of the very persons or people I told them the day before that I would never see again. So basically, experience happened in my life. Not really experience. It was just, it was an experience that happened in my life. 2 years later, I'm having an argument, and I state that I will never see anybody from 2 years ago. Never did from that day I left that experience to the current experience I was having. 2 years, nobody. Had this argument. I will never see, a person from this time again. Not a big deal that I saw him, but it was crazy because the very next day, I went to lunch, saw a person. Blew my mind. Okay, it blew my mind because I was consciously aware. I'm pretty sure it happened over and over and over again to us, but we're just not aware. So it blew my mind, and I said, oh shit. I think I was actually excited. I was like, oh shit, I saw somebody. Because I knew the power of attracting things. I knew the power of emotion, but I don't think I really understood it until then. So when that happened, I pretty much knew the power of emotion, and I was pretty much, and I think that's one of the reasons why I say books don't explain things the way they need to, because to attract something like that, and it wasn't like I attracted $1 million overnight, but after that I do believe it's possible, to go from just stating something and the very next day it happening like that, it was crazy. And it wasn't like a parking spot, because I attract amazing parking spots sometimes. I don't do it as much now as I used to do it, because I'm like, I can walk and I need to walk. And then like the parking lots in the mall, they aren't that big. I don't attract parking spots that much. Sometimes if I'm on my way, maybe I'm running late and I'm thinking about the parking, and I might just ask for a parking spot and I'll get it. But it wasn't just like a parking spot, it was just the fact that the universe moved our actions to meet up with what we asked for, and we could have been asking for it intentionally or not intentionally or deliberately, and I think that's very powerful. So wherever you are right now, whatever you want, whatever you desire, it is time to emotionalize. I'm so pumped up right now. I'm trying not to yell in the camera. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to Nevillalize my goal, $90,000 per month income in an Empower network. I want a team of leaders on a stage with me in Chicago or in any other event that we have thereafter. I want to build a dynasty. I want to sit here and emotionalize my goal. I feel great. I kind of want to do it while you're on there on the camera now, but out of all the stuff on the internet, out of all of the self-help books, the companies, all this other crap, I don't think that there is too much information that is more powerful than what I just gave you. So don't disregard this cheap ass video as a source of that information being legitimate. I mean, try it at least. Try. If you never tried anything like that, maybe if you knew about it and you were like me, you just didn't use the information, try to emotionalize something. It could be something small. It could be small. I'm going to make another video after this. This is going to be about my first experiences with the law of attraction. It was amazing. Can't believe I forgot to do a video. But try it. Try to attract a parking spot. Try to I don't know, try to attract something so weird that when you see it, you know that this is real. And that's how it was for me when it wasn't even, I'm gonna make another video for that. Get all in, get in the Power Network, click the button. I'm about to make another video after this. Enjoy yourself, enjoy life, because I am right now. I'm having so much fun with this business right now, and I'm not shitting you. I'm serious. It gives you the ability to be you, which is awesome. I just want to see people make things happen. I want to see you be successful. I want to be successful. I want to see you in Chicago again. I'm going back. I'm telling you, click the button. If you don't want to be successful in network marketing, if you don't want to, learn more stuff about emotionalizing and Nevillizing your goal, don't click the button. Close your computer. So I will see you on the top. I'm going to emotionalize, and I'm making another video, and hopefully you get to see that later. Peace. $25 blogging system. Get it. Click the button. Bye.